I missed the countdown.
Hit
Now
record,
that we're
dude.
recording.
Now
There we are.
Gotcha.
What up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Etymology Podcast. I'm your co-host, Jose. Got the usual suspects -1. We got Julio and we got Marcus. What up, guys?
What's up?
All right, so for this next segment, we're actually going to have Julio walk us through a question, and we'll dissect and give our thoughts. So, Julio, your floor is yours.
So, let me explain the background to this question. My buddy last week took his English exam, right? And did great in every category except for one. And this is one that Marcus rips me on a day-to-day basis whenever we're texting in our group chat. And that's grammar.
I'm a grammar dragon, apparently.
Yeah, Marcus. Nick, man, you are the grammar police, dude. You are the grammar Gestapo.
Yeah, I'd rather be a grammar dragon, so that's what I'm sticking with.
Marcus here roasts me, ladies and gentlemen, on a daily basis, sometimes on an hour by hour on my grammar. It's only an issue when I shoot out text messages. I can send pretty decent emails for some reason. But, so my question is here, with today's day and age, right, of smartphones and apps like Grammarly, is the teaching of proper grammar still important in today's day and age, at least when it comes to writing?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm gonna say it depends. It's so I'm gonna say yes and no. Yeah, because I think in today's modern world, there's a lot of new occupations that opened up, like being a YouTuber, where you don't need to actually write anything. You're just recording content.
There's gig jobs like working for fucking Uber and DoorDash and stuff like that, where you don't have to really do much but transport people or certain items around from point A to point B.
If your job's going to be in the corporate world, and to your point, you're going to be having to write emails, texts, make PowerPoint presentations, then yes, you need to have good grammar and have a vast use of your language. But if you're not,
like the way I say it, if you're messaging people who pretty much kind of understand that you're not using like the proper way of wording, grammar, spelling words and shit, then that's fine.
Right.
But there are times where I've gotten people on TikTok who will write comments and they are so goddamn incoherent, it is ridiculous. You lose brain cells trying to decipher whatever the fuck Da Vinci Code they just came up with trying to fucking respond to you, goddamn. Dude, I swear to fucking God. Like, I get, like, you only get 150 characters. So you probably have to word out, space out everything you need to say and abbreviate it in order to make sure it fits. But some of the times, these motherfuckers do not think about the way that they're writing shit. And that's you too, Julio, because
I have my brain to start shooting off words and I don't.
You're using your damn watch to fucking do the text to speech, and clearly your mustache is getting in the way of some of your words.
Yep.
Because that text message you sent us about you clearing out the fucking clearing out the garage and taking shit to the dump. The first one, I was like, what in the fuck did I just read?
Yep. And then when I read, and right after you sent that back, I went, because I did use my watch. Oh, my watch is at the house. I did use the watch, and then I opened my phone, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I had to read it 5 times before I finally got it.
The way I say it, if most people proofread the shit that they send, then there's no issue. Because then you can catch the typo and fix it. And every now and again, you'll get like a keyboard that'll interpret the shit you're going to say, but then they'll change it to shit you've never fucking used.
Fucking autocorrect is like one of my autocorrect in the past when I was working as an EMT was great for writing reports that learned my writing style for my reports, and I could just like tap the words literally and have a whole report done in 3 minutes. But when I'm like sending emails or like texting you guys or people who don't know me, oh man, there's times where it interferes so bad, and I'm like, shit. Grammarly though, I've used Grammarly before. Grammarly has actually been pretty good and helpful.
And that's cool.
But I do get, Marcus, where you're coming from, where it's still important to understand, and Jose, where it's important to learn and understand how to use proper grammar, though. I totally agree with you guys on that one.
I think the best feature from Grammarly, I haven't used it, but I've seen the commercials, seen the ads where it is when it basically removes unnecessary words. It makes things more clear and concise. I'm more like, yeah, because I'm like, get to the point. What are you trying to tell me?
Just keep it simple, stupid.
I mean, I proofread myself half of the time, so if I figure that a word I'm using is unnecessary, then I'll remove it myself. I get that helps speed it up, but I just like that process of going through my own shit and making sure that it's legible, it's clear, concise, it's not too damn long. It gets to the point without having to, overly exaggerate shit. Because English is and still has been and always will be my best language. I mean, my best subject. Why did I say best language? Of course, it's my only fucking language.
I was like,
what am I speaking Wakandan now?
Oh, I thought the anime watching. You probably picked up Japanese, bulls.
Dude.
I mean, I can understand a good majority of what's being said, which is why I don't have to read subtitles as much because I've spent so many years watching anime, especially in subs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm leaps and bounds away from being able to form a coherent sentence on my own. Like I can, like if I like think it and then want to say it, I have to like Google Translate the shit and then like sound it out pretty much phonetically, like I'm doing hooked on phonics for Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do still understand all of their alphabet. That's easy. Their alphabet is vowel based. It's the combination of those vowel sounds that forms their speech. And sometimes you got to be careful. You say the wrong shit, and the Japanese are big on respect. You disrespect them, you gonna piss some people off.
Margaret.
Probably not.
Julio had to take it there, the most extreme.
I had to take it to the max, man. Every day.
I mean, consider the fact that their crime rate is significantly, and I mean significantly lower than ours. We can't really talk shit about them.
And they're a lot healthier and live longer too. Well, they do have a lot of walking and better public transportation.
How's their grammar compared to ours?
Leaps and bounds better.
They have Grammarly, or they made Grammarly.
Their sentence structure is kind of off because if they, when they speak to us in English, it kind of feels broken because they don't use some of the same additives and word prepositions and whatnot that we use. So our language is horrendously fucked because there is.
And we make it worse and worse.
There is no one dialect. Like there isn't a single state that has just one dialect of English. There isn't a single state.
You're right about that. You're right about that. And I've watched documentaries that explain that has a lot to do with one, our ancestors in those states, people from the from the past, like Minnesota apparently has like a heavy German population, like from the early 1800s, late 1800s. So like their dialect is totally different from like other states, like Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Or you guys or fucking Bostonians. I'm sorry, but people in Boston, how can y'all speak like this all day long? That probably was a little off.
I think they maybe talk with spoonfuls of molasses.
That sounds like Southerners.
No, basically New Yorkers are faster Southern accents.
They talk all fast and what. But yeah, no, like we're a total melting pot that I think just kills grammar no matter what state you're in, what city you're in, town, what have you. Our country is not. When it comes to English proficiency, it is just like
good luck.
Yeah,
good luck. It's impossible. It's impossible to master it, dude. Every region's different. It's just there's no way you can have like a constant understanding of grammar.
I mean, yeah, I had to. The only way for it to even be possible, like you can adapt to the way they speak if you.
I do it every time I go somewhere.
Like living in Texas, I had to get used to some of the shit they say because I've been sitting here like, the fuck did he just say? But after a while, I was like, I know what the fuck he's talking about now. It only took 17,000 tries, but it's about the damn time.
Been down there long enough. I'm not gonna lie. Last time I was in Marcus, like I think on the 5th or 6th day, I started talking with a Southern accent. He was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, I was sitting there like, "Stop playing around, you fucking asshole."
I mean, I wasn't. I didn't even realize I was doing it.
What's funny is like Bulls has been out there for a minute, and like I don't think he's picked it up yet.
He didn't.
Yeah, I still hear the Bay when you talk.
Like every now and again, it'll fucking come out.
The last time I was down there,
for the most part, no.
Last time I was down there, like he pointed out, he's like just looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, I totally.
He was like, "Oh, bro, there's that southern accent." I was like, "For fuck's sake."
Yeah. But yeah, no. So like I said, like when it comes to grammar in today's day and age with smartphones and tools like Grammarly and like Grammar Checker and all that, I like you guys said, it's still important. But I think at least when it comes to like more of a written form, right? Like emails and text messages, I think like definitely tools like that help. But I still think it's something people need to master or at least keep up with, you know, because I think we like any skill that we learn, it's a perishable skill.
Like cursive. I think a lot of people can write cursive.
I can still sign my name in cursive, and that's it. Anything else, forget it.
Yeah, I never picked up cursive. I can read it, but
my dad beat that.
My penmanship sucked balls, so I just said, "Fuck it." Like I was never gonna write nice, so I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, I think I lost it. I'm like with Julio. I think just my signature is all I can do in cursive perfect. You know, if you ask me to do anything more than that, I'm like,
Like, isn't that all you need? Like, I remember I had a teacher literally grill my ass because of, like, you need to make sure you can write your name the same way every single time in perfect penmanship. And I was like, wouldn't it make it easy for someone to forge my signature?
I have like 3 to 4 versions.
She had to stop and think about it. Like, dude, I have an infinite version amount. I don't sign my name the same way twice.
Same. Especially if I'm just like in a rush, I'm just like you get scribbles.
Like if you mixed all of my signatures, you would think someone was trying to forge it.
Yeah. Like, and I don't use all my names in all my signatures either. But back to the deciphering stuff, since we hit handwriting, I have a weird talent, and that's I'm able to like decipher people's really bad handwriting whenever my bosses haven't been able to like read stuff that they've written down.
That's a talent.
They can't do it. No, serious. Like,
hey, for Julio, you gotta grab whatever you can get.
If that was the case, then I have that talent too. But what the?
No, seriously, because like I had a boss when I worked as a police cadet. Man, one of my bosses was reading an application for somebody he put in for for the position that I was in, and he could not make up what the fuck they wrote. And I swear to God, I read this shit word for word, and he was just like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, I don't fucking know. I had shitty handwriting as a kid. Maybe that's what helps.
No, fuck it. You just saying you're fluent in chicken scratch? That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, the girl pretty much put in her application in complete chicken scratch. I think a chicken could have been a little bit neater, to be honest.
Like, I was able to do that with fucking doctor's notes, which was fucking weird because half of the time it's a scribble in a line, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was like, oh, that's a 3 times. You mean you need to administer this dose 3 times? How the fuck did you figure that out?
If I've had EMT partners that are going to medical school who write like they're gonna be doctors. They're already prepared.
Hey doc, what the fuck is this? Can we just give you a stamp? A customizable stamp with every single word ever, and you can just come pick it out. Okay.
You know it's electronic. You just put it under the machine. Here you go. This is what it says. Anyway,
that's just wild.
Yeah, that's all I got for tonight.
I think we beat that subject.
Oh yeah, we beat that shit into the ground.
We did. So anyways, make sure you like this video, share with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, everybody. Peace.
Peace.